I declare open this graduation ceremony. Please be seated. Friends, colleagues, and most importantly, graduating students, welcome to Ulster University graduation ceremony. So let's start as we mean to go on and just say to our class of 2023, congratulations, and test out your powers of applause, which will be put to the test today. So congratulations. Pretty good. Let's hope you can improve that later. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Ulster University, it's really a privilege for me to preside over the ceremony. It's the most important ceremony of the year, and of course, really important to you. It's your graduation, the day when we all come together to celebrate you and what you have achieved. And today is all about you. It's a celebration, and we want you to enjoy every minute of it because you really deserve it. When you come across the stage, please do take your time. There's no rush. I'll meet you. Happy to shake hands, fist bump, or just whatever you're comfortable with within reason. And please make sure just to pause long enough to get your photograph taken over there. For everyone in the audience, when your loved one comes across the stage, please feel free to applaud, shout, cheer, however you want to make yourself feel heard, because we really do encourage you to be enthusiastic in your support of them. I may come to regret that, I know, but please enjoy it. I can see from your faces just how proud you are of these graduates and their success, and rightly so. On days like today, I'm reminded of the words of former US President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who said, "We may not be able to prepare the future for our children, but we can at least prepare our children for the future." So mums, dads, family members, you've done a fantastic job of preparing the graduating students here today and for the future. Your role in shaping their minds and supporting them over the course of their learning has been vital in getting them to where we are today, and we really do thank you for that. I also want to pay particular tribute to our mature students who are graduating today, who came to us later in life and made the deliberate and wise decision to further your education, and doing so recognise the importance of lifelong learning. It's not always an easy decision, but I hope that today proves to you that it was worth it. And I know there are husbands, wives, partners, and other family members and friends who have been integral in supporting you on your journey. I know that all of our graduates will want to thank those who have helped you along the way. So can I just suggest that you stand up and turn and face your friends and family graduates and give them a show of your appreciation for everything they've done to support you to get to this point today, please. Thanks for doing that. Graduating students, it's not only the people sitting here who are proud of you, the people behind me on the stage, and indeed all of your lecturers and the professional services staff are all incredibly proud of your achievement. They have had the pleasure of getting to know each of you individually. They have watched your struggles, your times of self-doubt, and they have celebrated, of course, your successes. They have had every faith in you and believed in you, and they knew you could do it, and look, you did. Do not underestimate how proud they are of you and how wonderful it is to be able to share that day with you here today. This day, when you're so well dressed, so well turned out, when you arrived on time, at least most of you, you're paying full attention to all that's being said. Very, very, very unusual. No interruptions, no texting under the table. I suppose it's just a typical day for a student. I think not. Today marks a momentous personal milestone. You'll remember this day for the rest of your life, I assure you. It represents the culmination of years of study, effort, determination, and commitment. I'm sure each of you remember the nerves you felt and the sense of anticipation when you entered your first class, when you worried about whether or not you'd make friends, whether you'd made the right choice of course, whether you really were ready for the next step in your life, and whether you would ever make it to the end of your course and graduate. For many of you, those concerns were amplified by spending your first year of university online as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. That took perseverance, I know that. But that perseverance has paid off. Look at you now. You did make it through that first lecture. I'm sure you made friends, you completed your course, and now here you are, graduating. And along the way, you developed knowledge and skills that you needed to take the next step in your careers or whatever other entrepreneurial endeavor that you're developing next. One indicator of this success is, of course, the qualification you're formally receiving here today. One of the things harder to measure, but just as important to us at Ulster University, is the ambition that we foster, the self-belief that we develop, and the hope and potential that is so evident among you all. We truly believe you have everything it takes to make a positive impact in your chosen field and on society more broadly. You've all the skills and knowledge you need, not only academic knowledge, but knowledge of yourself, of your own ambitions, abilities, and dreams. And of course, that knowledge that you have and those dreams you've developed will be varied and will be many, but they're yours. There's a well-known saying that knowledge is power, but actually, what you do with that knowledge can be equally, if not even more, powerful. Take the optimism and confidence of today and remember every effort that it took to get here, and use all of those things to go after what it is you want to do next. As Walt Disney himself said, all of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And we at Ulster University will be with you as you do. You're now part of a vibrant, welcoming, supporting, inspiring Ulster University alumni community, and we'll remain some of your biggest champions. We'll continue to provide you with opportunities to stay involved with the university, and although lots of you, many of you, will leave the university's campus, you're not leaving the university network. And as part of that alumni community, which represents almost 250,000 graduates spread all over the world, I encourage you to keep in touch. We want to know what you get up to. We want to understand how you're getting on and celebrate those successes with you. But we also want to continue to provide you with opportunities for partnerships, for collaborations, and indeed to inspire those who will follow you through the corridors of this university by hearing about your success. You leave behind a legacy for them, a legacy of success and accomplishment that will empower them and their ability to achieve just as you have. Do not underestimate that and the impact you're already having in this world. I urge each of you to never stop expanding your minds and growing your knowledge and skills. Be curious, be innovative, and be ready to take on and use new knowledge as the world around us changes at an ever-increasing pace. We can only imagine the journey that each of you have ahead of you. The only certainty is that it will be your own journey, a journey that will be different for each and every one of you. However, to reach your chosen destination, each journey will have one thing in common. It will require you to be the very best version of yourself. So regardless of your subject area, you're now the disruptive innovators, the critical thinkers, the problem solvers, the creative minds, the entrepreneurs, the visionaries, the very citizens of our shared world who will have such an influence on all of our futures. So in that spirit, I urge you to be bold, to be brave, to be determined, and to believe in yourself. The author Christian D. Larson once said, "Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle." So I'm going to say that again, and I hope you remember it long after this ceremony today. Believe in yourself, because at Ulster University, we believe in you. Enjoy your day today, and congratulations. In accordance with the wishes of the Senate, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer honorary degrees, and other academic distinctions of the University of Ulster on those named in the conferment list approved by Senate. I call upon Professor Gormley Heenan, University Provost, to present Lynn Moffat for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and graduating students. Ulster University awards honorary doctorates to individuals in recognition of the outstanding contribution that they're making in their chosen fields. We believe that those receiving honorary doctorates are inspirational role models for our graduating students. They're the people that you can look up to, whose experience, whose achievements might give you some ideas and some encouragement as you embark on your own journey. And in this context, I'm truly delighted to present Lynn Moffat for an honorary degree of Doctor of the University. This year marks the 25th year anniversary since the signing of the Good Friday Belfast Agreement. It's timely, therefore, to reflect on the enormous contribution not only of the recognised political leaders such as John Hume and David Trimble, but also to acknowledge the tireless work of all of those others who have helped to build and maintain the peace. And many of these unsung heroes continue to serve today as guardians of the peace, and they're playing a vital role in promoting the values of equality, diversity, inclusion and togetherness, which our university thoroughly endorses. Lynn Moffat is one such person, and we are delighted to recognise her outstanding contribution to Northern Ireland over the last 30 years in terms of peace building, conflict resolution and in promoting community cohesion. Her story is inspirational. It's one of leadership, hard work, courage and impact. Lynn was born in Aberdeen to Northern Irish parents and educated in various schools across England as her father moved from base to base as a fire officer in the Royal Air Force. At school, she excelled in languages and literature, attending the University of Manchester, where she gained a degree in English literature. And with a young family, she moved to Northern Ireland 40 years ago. And after a career break, she joined the Ulster University's fledgling Centre for the Study of Conflict. Her role was as coordinator of the Ethnic Studies Network, working closely with the late Professor John Darby. Lynn subsequently worked with the International Advisory Group formed by the then Vice-Chancellor Lord Trevor Smith to oversee the establishment of INCORE, a joint Ulster and United Nations University initiative on conflict resolution and ethnicity. Having developed that strong interest and passion for conflict resolution, equality and diversity, Lynn left the university in 2002 to manage Coleraine House, a residential peace and conflict and reconciliation centre set up by the Nobel Prize-winning Peace People. In this post, she secured substantial core funding to develop and to deliver community relations initiatives in schools and in the community, as well as providing residential accommodation for a whole variety of groups. In her most recent substantive role as Executive Director of the Building Communities Resource Centre, Lynn has continued to focus on initiatives that are aimed to address inequality and social justice issues, using community development methodologies to empower disadvantaged and those hard-to-reach groups. Here, she led major long-term projects for which she secured additional multi-million-pound funding. This allowed the Resource Centre to lend meaningful practical support to groups and individuals who were experiencing poverty, social deprivation and discrimination, focusing as they did on members of minority ethnic communities, young people with disabilities, older people, mental health issues, community network members and special issue groups as well. Lynn also led the Resource Centre to work in partnership with other major organisations in the field to address many of the issues that have been preventing Northern Ireland from achieving lasting peace, such as dealing with the legacy of the past, paramilitary activity, cultural expression and memorialisation. Lynn is both a mediator and a trained dialogue facilitator. She's moderated dialogues on policing and justice, on flags and emblems, parades, dealing with the past, prisoner releases and paramilitary intimidation. She has also staged successful interventions into many community conflicts on contentious parades, the flying of flags and paramilitary murals. This brave and very courageous work has led to her inclusion in the Executive Office's subgroup on shared housing and contentious issues. Lynn's work as a leader in the community and the voluntary sector has without question helped to bring communities together and to dispel prejudices with a focus not just on sectarianism but also on racism. She personally developed training programs on hate crime, flags and intimidation, and continues in her role as chairperson of the Junction to promote groundbreaking resources on the legacy of imperialism, on peace and patriarchy, and on shared and ethical remembering. These really are truly impactful outcomes, and in recognition of these achievements, Lynn has most recently been appointed as one of the John and Pat Hume Foundation's Peace Guardians, whose role is to continue to advance peace in Northern Ireland and to bring on young people interested in promoting cohesive societies. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, graduates and honoured guests, Lynn Moffat has made an outstanding and lasting contribution to Northern Ireland in terms of peace building and conflict resolution. She's an inspirational leader and both a role model and a mentor for the next generation of champions devoted to celebrating peace, equality, diversity and inclusion. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, it is my greatest pleasure to present Lynn Moffat for the degree of Doctor of the University honoris causa.
I call upon Professor Curran, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences, to present candidates.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, sadly, one of our students, Oren O'Neill, died earlier in this academic year. Today, we are awarding the degree of Bachelor of Science with first-class honours in Applied Pharmaceutical Sciences posthumously in recognition of Oren's academic achievements. He loved being a student at the university and he was very committed and diligent about his studies. We're joined today by his mum and dad and other family members, and I invite Oren's sister, Michaela, to receive the award on behalf of her brother. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the degree of Master of Pharmacy. Sarah Leanne Arnold. Petra Clark. Poppy Naomi Michelle Clements. Sarah Elizabeth Devlin. Alana Durkin. Caitlin Fitzmaurice. Aaron Jameson. Fia Maloney. Ronan McHugh. Emer McKenna. Jonathan Murphy McQuaid. Brian O'Malley. Kendra Alex Smith. Sinead Tuffy. Sophie Jane MacArthur. Megan McQuaid. Neve Maloney. Keelan Paul Murray. Anna Purvis. Anne Maria Rujai. The degree of Master of Science in Advanced General Dental Practice, Sal Abdul Kareem Karanath. Shabina Molaila Bivai Sanal Baptine. Bivina Bebe. Huma Javeria. Karam Adham Abdul Hai. Abu Sidi Mayowa Alade. Sarah Alai. Sondoz Al-Kastai. Sarah Arif Dosnale. Arsha George. Isil Gurane. Anna Aizwarya Kose. Angel Mary Joy. Murat Kenar Oglu. Nitu Kinalatu Poulos. Gayatri Manalparambil Vamanan. Daniel Madambal Shaji. Hamza Muhammad Munir. Adayiz Milvina Digwi. Hasna Nizim Uddin. Peter Okaichoko Okanko. Muhammad Faisal Omarze. Suna Putamandel Kudel Saju. Nikita Maramja. Akshaya Surendran. Kele Arasi Surya Monti. Nihal Sarvana Shanjeev. Rosame Thomas Takiang. Silpa Thomas. Henna Shobad Vayanadan. Vamsi Krishna Vida Srinivasa Kumar. Mary Rose Yanabi. Ahmed Al-Aden Muhammad Jafar. Merve Gondogju. Rahil Ahmad Khalil. Jay Kishan. Aditiyan Kumpala Para Embel Cyril. Drisha Pambungal Dinesh. Ashe Thomas. Sajith Felatu Valapil. Lee Tongbene Yantan. The Postgraduate Certificate in Pharmaceutical Analysis, Lauren Ferris. The Postgraduate Certificate in Pharmaceutical Sciences, Zainab Abdul Hamid. The degree of Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Biosciences, Chelsea Graham. Rebecca Elizabeth Hanna. Kirsty Ellen McDermott. Charla Roddy. Carolyn Aiken. Suzanne May Ramage. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Applied Pharmaceutical Sciences, Claire Meehan. Connor Gervin. Orla Ann Keenan. Taylor Masterson. Anna Grace Ryan. Monique U. Pritchard. Ella Cunningham. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences.
Thank you, Professor Curran, for presenting candidates. I now call upon Professor Durkin, Executive Dean of Ulster University Business School, to present candidates.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in International Travel and Tourism Management and Diploma in Area Studies, Lucy Margaret Arthurs. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Consumer Management and Food Innovation and Diploma in Professional Practice, Niamh Boyd. Georgina Harrison. Rebecca Louise Haw. Molly Hobson. Aideen Kerr. Anna Marie Mackle. Ashley McCartney. Holly McCullough. Hannah McLernan. Adam Hugh Morrison. Hannah Noble. Victoria Elizabeth Reid. Anna Stewart. Nicole Sweeney. Amy Jade Townsley. Caitlin McGaughey. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in International Travel and Tourism Management and Diploma in Professional Practice, Benjamin Sean Bailey. Catherine Clark. Niamh Gaston. Ruta Muskowskit. Lauren Morrison. Maggie Munro. Sasha Rea. Victoria Greta Urbanzik. Rebecca Fitzgerald. Holly McCormick. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Leisure and Events Management and Diploma in Professional Practice, Chloe Gervin. Catherine Grace Hanna. Suzanne Rachel Hunter. Megan Elizabeth Lockhart. David James McCaughren. Finlow Neal. Catherine Rogers. Georgina Faye Thompson. Deneen White. Cora Craig. Kerry Ann Denny. Caitlin McAlinden. Ross Wade. Georgia Irvine. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in International Travel and Tourism Management and Diploma in Professional Practice International, Tina Antu. Leah Harrison. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Leisure and Events Management and Diploma in Professional Practice International, Chloe Ann Miller. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Consumer Management and Food Innovation, Michaela Devine. Pauline Kerr. Emma Lynch. Victoria Lois McNeil. Jessica Newell. Anya Neve Ninia Meggett. Brona Shields. the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in International Travel and Tourism Management, Natasha Kirk. Jane Leonard. Aaron McNeil. Sian Purvis. Rovik Cristobal. Leona Dillon. Lucy McCook. Niamh Mary Monaghan. Cara Mulvena. Dominika Paradiova. Justina Koraluska. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Leisure and Events Management, Calum Donnelly. Joanna Green.
Lee Anthony Guy. Matthew Hutchman. Nicole Louise Norwood. Abby Stothers. Paula Hayes. Victoria Wysocka.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Ulster University Business School.
Thank you, Professor Durkin, for presenting candidates, and thank you for taking me up on the enthusiasm offer. I'm sure everyone appreciated that, so thank you. I now call upon our honorary graduate, Dr. Moffat, to address the congregation on behalf of those who have been presented. Dr. Moffat.
Thank you. Thank you. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, Provost, graduates and proud family and friends. Today I feel privileged to be part of this new generation of graduates. You've shown courage, tenacity and resilience, as well as industry and intellect to get to this point, after one of the most challenging periods in higher education this century. You've survived a pandemic, lockdowns, disruption and remote learning to arrive at this ceremony, and you have shown, maybe even discovered, qualities that will stand you in great stead, both in the world of work and in your social and family dynamics. I hope that today you will all have a chance to celebrate your achievements and can look forward to the future with hope and a measure of confidence in the face of global economic challenges and local political instability. My partner and I are baby boomers. We both went to Manchester University in the 1970s, when many fewer young people had the opportunity to study at third level. Having said that, we had no fees to pay, we were eligible for subsistence grants from our local councils, and the very fact of being a graduate almost guaranteed us a route into employment. If only it were the same for you. I studied English and my plan was to become an investigative journalist. But marriage and children and a move to Northern Ireland led to a break in employment. And my best laid plan got turned on its head, as these things often do. So, in an effort to make myself more employable, I decided to take a secretarial course for women returners at the Tech. And believe it or not, word processing and shorthand were the subjects that led to the career you've just heard about. The message I want to share with you all, concerned parents as much as the graduates, and believe me, I've been there, is that our lives may not follow the plans we make for ourselves and our children. But if we are flexible and adapt to the circumstances in which we find ourselves, the most incredible things can happen. There are many people that I need to thank for getting me to where I am today. You've heard that I have over 30 years' experience of working in peace building and community relations. Well, they started right here, in this building, where I was interviewed for a 10-hour-a-week post as Secretary of the Ethnic Studies Network by the late and much-missed Professor John Darby. John was not just an incredible intellect with an international reputation. He was a superb boss. He showed the same level of respect to everyone he worked with. He encouraged even 10-hour-a-week secretaries to share their opinions. And when he recognized potential, he gave encouragement and the support to go for promotions. I owe him and all of the other people who worked in the Centre for the Study of Conflict and subsequently INCOR, including our provost here, a very great deal, as that is where I learned so much about leadership and conflict management that I was able to put into practice when I moved into the community sector and grassroots good relations work and became a boss myself. Naturally, I'd like to thank Ulster University for recognising the work that is done at ground level to promote community development and peace building. I am just one of many practitioners who have been working for decades towards a more stable, cohesive, and ultimately peaceful society. Peace builders here have been working not just since 1998 and the agreement, but since the 1960s towards creating the conditions for a future that is different from our past. And the work isn't easy. And we often feel let down by people or events that come along to derail progress. But we keep on going because we believe in what we are doing. Those of us who work in community organisations and in charities have a vital role to play in improving the living conditions of people in so many ways. As you embark upon the professional careers of your choice, I hope that you can save a little time in your busy lives for the voluntary sector. Each of you is blessed with exceptional skill set, which can make a world of difference to community projects all around you. I wouldn't be standing here in front of you today if I'd not been fortunate enough to work alongside and collaborate with some absolutely incredible people, filled with a passion for making a difference to individuals and communities. Every one of them a champion of social justice. I send grateful thanks to everyone, staff and volunteers alike, who worked at Coleraine House and Building Communities Resource Centre, and also to the very special people with whom I now work in the Junction and Community Dialogue. Last, but by no means least, I want to pay tribute to my pay tribute to my family. I owe so much to my parents, and they would have been enormously proud if they had lived to see this day. My father, he came from Cookstown, where he experienced real poverty. He left school at 13, and as the oldest son, felt he had to support other family members. Nevertheless, he and my mother firmly believed that education provided a way out of poverty, and they made many sacrifices to make sure that when I got into the grammar school, I was able to take advantage of every opportunity that I was offered. I was the first, but by no means the last, Woodburn, my maiden name, to go to university. By the time I started work here at the university, I was a single parent, and I'm so very proud of the adults my two children have become. I would like to say that my daughter followed a more traditional route to a doctorate, but she embarked on more than a couple of different careers before she finally completed a degree in pharmacology and a PhD here at Coleraine. I'm absolutely delighted and so proud to say that she is behind me on the stage here, having joined the academic profession. My son is sitting in the front row. His story's rather different. He knew he wanted a career as a musician from a very early age, and he has single-mindedly and successfully pursued that goal, making the most of an incredible talent. And in conclusion, I offer you all my congratulations on your degrees and my very best wishes as you embark on whatever is next for you. And I leave you with the words of human rights activist and author Maya Angelou. Make your mission in life not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with passion, compassion, some humour, and some style. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those lovely words. I now call upon Deneen White, a new graduate in the Ulster University Business School, to propose a vote of thanks.
Vice-Chancellor, academic staff, family and friends, and of course, the class of 2023. I'm privileged to speak on behalf of the Ulster University students today and represent my department, Hospitality and Tourism Management, but primarily my course, Leisure and Events Management. This address is intended to explain how barriers have been overcome by us, and I certainly do not wish to raise any barriers with an overly long speech. It took 3 essential elements to allow us to celebrate our achievements here today: our own determination, the support of our parents and loved ones around us, and an education system that cares. Our university has created many opportunities for each of us to grow in terms of our education, but also as a person. By providing a healthy learning environment, I would like to thank the staff on behalf of the students for their contribution to the creation of this environment. Our head of department, our assistant head of department, our course directors, Dr. Adrian Devine, Dr. Peter Bolin, and Dr. Amy Burns. All of the lecturers that have helped us throughout our time at Ulster, and not forgetting the administration team that works so hard behind the scenes. On behalf of my fellow students, I would also wish to acknowledge the support provided by Student Support and the Students' Union and other supporting networks within the university that come together to create the supportive community that characterises this campus, from which all students have benefited. I would like to personally thank Jackie Smith and the Enterprise Placement Year team for their support and belief in my abilities and business venture. Thank you to Dr. Donna Caldwell and the careers team for always seeing the potential in students and for helping them fulfil that potential. I will forever look back and treasure the memories that I've made here. Given the nature of our courses in our department, there was many opportunities for group work, creating a close bond between us as we worked successfully together. Unfortunately, we were moved to virtual learning in our second year and were separated again in our third year on placement. However, in coming back together in our final year, the bond with our classmates was renewed and strengthened. I have really enjoyed our time together and wish you every success in the future. To the friends that I have made here, I will miss being able to shout down the hall to go for a coffee, sitting together in the living room every night without fail, and going for all those sunset walks. I'm sure each one of you graduating today have moments within your university life that you will miss and treasure forever. Although at this point, I intend to speak on my educational experience, the people that I'm thanking might resonate with you. So as I'm outlining the people that have shaped my education, think back on the people that have shaped yours. Be that a teacher, a parent, a classroom assistant, or a friend. Primary school put in place the educational foundations of the graduates in front of me today. In my case, I was diagnosed with dyslexia in primary school, I am so grateful for the unbelievable support I received from all the staff at St Mary's Primary School, Banbridge, in particular Mr O'Hagan, Miss McCardle and Miss Kelly. I also wish to share thanks with the support given during our post-primary education. When I first started St Mary's High School, Newry, they promised that they would help me overcome the barriers that I faced and lead me to the gates of university. And I would like to thank them for fulfilling those promises. The motto in my high school was to always do one's best, and with their support, I was able to fulfill my potential. I would like to extend a personal thanks to Miss Haughey, Miss McCoy, and Miss McClory, and the teaching staff of St Mary's for their dedication in helping me live up to that motto. Now, this is where I look to the other side of the room, to the graduates' loved ones. On behalf of the students, I would like to thank you for supporting us throughout all these periods of our educational lives. You have helped us grow into the people that we are today by being the listening ear, helping us with our homework, and providing that cup of tea and comforting hug on those late night cramming sessions. I would like to give a personal thanks to my mum and dad, as they have been my biggest supporters. My mum was without question the reason I was able to overcome the largest of my barriers, and my dad has never turned down reading over any of my assessments, but I can safely say he is definitely glad I will not be giving him any more to read over. All of these institutions and key individuals can help, but they cannot help what is not there. Graduates, your own determination and ambition has been the key to your success today. Your ability to gather and comprehend extensive pieces of information and your drive to see it through to the finish line, which is today. Well done, each and every one of you. We have done it. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy celebrating the rest of your day.
Deneen, thank you for that wonderful vote of thanks on behalf of the graduates. Before I close the graduation ceremony, let's just take one last opportunity to raise the roof and congratulate the year 2023 graduates. Wow, it doesn't get much better than that. A room full of joy, sun shining outside. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I declare this graduation ceremony closed, and I invite the new graduates to join the academic procession.